What's up? This is NARDEAN, and you're tuned in to AU Dollars.
CEO, prefer my own company. Yeah, I wanna be alone, but they can't get enough of me.
Yo, what up, Cash fam? My name is Matthew Craig, and you are locked into AU Dollars, Australia's Hip Hop Connect. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good shit down below, as always, because you know the spiel anyway. I got one of my favourite guests with me today. She's not only a rapper, she's a singer, she's a spoken word poet, she's an entrepreneur, she's a community person, she's an educator, she's just an all-round CEO, boss, bad bitch, and she's a good friend of mine. I'm hyped that we can finally have this chat. Welcome to Melbourne, my friend NARDEAN. How you doing?
Damn, what an intro.
That was all off the cuff. That was freestyle. That's how we do. We do
freestyle intros, yeah, that was the best intro ever. What's up, man? Happy to be here.
Good to have you here. Let's jump straight into you. We had this mad chat outside before this interview, and you said something that sparked my thinking already. You talked about how important it is to be the captain of your own ship and how much power there is, but also like enjoyment when you're steering your own ship and you get to navigate this world of whatever the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Damn. Well, I think that in today's world, especially with music, right, it's changed so much and you have so much access to people, to community, and you are able to live your life, tell your story, and share it, like kind of straight to your fans, right? And I think the world is becoming more human. We want to see more real things. And so for me, having that ability to just be able to like tell my stories how I want, and be savvy enough to share them, and like, sure, you know, like, yeah, like we were saying, these past few years, I've had like management, booking, record label, which are all things that I really wanted. But at the end of the day, it's me steering. And it's like I've been given this kind of mission or whatever, you know, maybe I just really want to do it. I don't know. But I feel like I have this thing that I have to deliver to the world. And I'm like, cool, I'm going to do everything I can to do that.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, because you've been in this for a minute. I've known each other for a few years, seen you moving about the space for a lot of years. Was there a moment where that switched for you? Because I feel like a lot of artists, particularly now, have like been doing this for a long time, but there's almost been this awakening in a lot of minds. And I've seen for you, you've had this advancement over the last few years, I feel, where you've really just accelerated a few levels. Was it a moment of change or a moment of focus or clarity or anything that happened for you?
I don't think it happens in one moment.
Yeah, cool.
It's like a multitude of moments, you know, where... you know, I've always been, even since I was a kid, I've loved to like learn things and understand how things work. And I've always been that way. And so when I decided I wanted to make music, which I don't know if you know, started like late in my life, I would say like 21, 22, I didn't even know I could sing.
Yeah.
And so when I stepped in, I was like just naturally interested in how it works, you know, like what's the best way to do this? How can I optimize this, you know? So yeah, it was not a single moment. It was just like, just a culmination of like really being invested in understanding and being okay with looking stupid as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Tell us a bit about that. Like you just said, you jumped into music late, but well, let's rewind for those who may not be familiar with NARDEAN. If you're not, you're late, you sleep and wake up. Like, yeah, girl from the West Side, Egyptian background, immigrant family, all that story. Tell us a bit what life was like growing up and what the plan was compared to where you're at now.
Yeah, damn. It's done a full 180, that's for sure. So, yeah, grew up like really Christian, religious, strict Arab household, you know. And like one thing I always say, you know, I had everything growing up. Like there was love, there was family, there was always food on the table. Like, and my parents really tried their best, but they came from a totally different universe, you know. And so they wanted a certain thing, and it's the same experience for a lot of immigrant kids, you know. Your family comes to give you a better life. And so, yeah, I was like kind of on that path. I was like, you go to uni, you get a job, you get a husband, have some babies, go to church every Sunday, and like hopefully go to heaven when you die. That was the plan. Yeah. So I was at uni, I was studying to be an English. Right? Yeah. I was studying to be an English and drama teacher, and then I started dating this dude who was a rapper, and I was like, fuck that, I want to be a rapper.
Hard.
Yeah.
That's cool. And what's some of the learnings you've done along the journey? Like I think I love what you stand for in terms of you're very proud about like women empowerment, female empowerment, and especially in an industry, as you said, that's come into rap that's so male dominated, a lot of misogyny, all that bullshit around that we don't tolerate. But you like paving your own way. What are some of those learnings, obstacles, hurdles that you come along the way from coming into this pretty late?
Yeah. One thing that I've learned is that excellence speaks the loudest, you know?
Run it back. Rewind. Say it again. That's hard.
Yeah, excellence speaks the loudest, right? And you gain and with excellence comes confidence, you know? So a lot of people are confident with no excellence, right?
Preach.
But for me, it's like, and like, I'm still, you know, I speak of excellence. I'm still like 10% of the way to where in my mind I want to be.
Yeah, of course.
Right? But one thing that I've learned is that if you just like be so good that people can't ignore you. And that's the motto. And it's like, I'm just every fucking day, like practicing, writing, like.
Yeah, impossible to ignore. I fuck
Yeah.
that. Where you at creatively? Like, is you in the studio in the day? I see it up on the gram. A lot of people see on the gram. Like, you creating. There's a million different sonics going on. Where are you at creatively at the moment? What's your process like?
Yeah. So, I mean, Execute has just come out, which is really exciting. And that, for me, felt like... So that was the first song I ever wrote with Chelsea Warner.
Crazy link up.
Yeah. Chelsea's such a beast. But right now, so I mentioned Chelsea because I've been in the studio a lot with her and just doing sessions and writing with... what I'm trying to do at the moment is create vibes.
Yeah.
So I'm inviting people to come hang because it can be so easy, especially as you start to become like a professional musician. It's like, let's do a session. Let's write a song together, you know?
Kind of formulaic.
Yeah. So I'm trying to right now just have fun again. So I'm exploring lots of different things, like writing cute piano songs, writing Execute, where it's like, you know, Queen anthems, like soulful, rapping, doing shit over drill, like just playing and seeing what comes out.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's talk about the Execute video as well.
Yes.
Birthday party, having some fun.
Yeah.
How was that night? It looked like, as you said, at the moment you're creating just vibes. It seems like you're doing that on set as well.
Yeah, totally. So the idea for the Execute video, and it was so funny because I literally thought of it like a week and a half before my 30th birthday.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, like, what do I want to do for my 30th? And in the back of my mind, I had that we had to film this video. And I was like, yo, this is what we're going to do. Because it's my fucking 30th.
Why don't we have both?
¿Por qué no los dos? Yeah, and so I just was like, you know, I was like, guys, this is my birthday party. We're getting a bougie-ass hotel room.
Yeah.
And we are having a party. We're having fun. And then... yeah, Jay came along and edited it. And it was so funny. We were at the dinner table and she was filming. And it would have just looked like we'd hired someone to come film us having dinner.
Yeah, for real.
Which is exactly what I did do.
Technically,
yeah, fuck, it was so funny. And then I edited it myself. I've been editing videos a lot lately. And yeah, it feels like another art form, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, talk to us about the range of art you do. As I sort of said at the start, you're a jack of all trades. You do a million different things. Where are the areas of passion at the moment? Where are the new skills you're learning? Editing's one. Like...
Yeah. So editing. So one thing that I did while I was still working on music, like trying to do music full time, is I kind of accidentally started this video editing business.
Accidentally started business?
Yeah. Well, like I was freelancing essentially. Yeah. Someone needed a video edited and I was like, and I needed money. I was broke as fuck at the time.
Hustle, yeah.
And it was $40 an hour. She's like, I just need someone to like cut this shorter and turn it black and white. I'm like, surely I can work out how to do that. Surely I can work out. Yeah, exactly. So I just did it. And then I kind of got a couple more clients, consistent clients, and I was editing videos. Anyway, so video, I started like that. And now I was like, well, if I can do that, I could probably cut a music video. And so I've been, thinking about creating more digital sort of like visual things to go along with the music, like even getting into NFTs and playing around with the different ways you can tell your story, essentially.
Playing around with NFTs, she says that she's got a NFT week, VaynerMedia, Gary Vee is your owner, and Budweiser. Tell us about that. Like, we were talking about this before, how this came about. I think it is the most random but dopest link up I've seen in a minute.
Dude, I don't even know what the fuck, hey? Like, I should just rock it with confidence, but when that happened, like, I was just like, I got the email in my inbox. I'm like, What?
Yeah, I would have been straight about like, oh, this is a scam. Someone's trying to finesse me.
No, but I knew Mike.
Yeah.
They'd gotten me to write a song for them for Brainwaves. It was all over TikTok. It was
Delicious.
freaking... Yeah. Shout out Brainwaves.
Yeah.
Shout out Budweiser too. Just
Yeah.
a little...
If any of y'all want to sponsor $80, well, we can have that conversation. Because I'm cool to drink beer and eat brainwaves while interviewing guests.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to
Love
the NFTs.
Yeah, so I wrote that song for them for Brainwaves, and then Mike, who's the like music strategy person at VaynerMedia, just found my music and he was like, "This is fucking dope," and then got me involved in the Budweiser project. And got me involved in the Budweiser project.
Yeah.
And shout out to Mike, who I feel like he has this energy of just like supportive. Like it's really exciting to see someone who's like genuinely. Yeah, like it feels
Legit.
really legit, and it feels really supportive. So yeah, that just felt like such a nice little affirmation.
Yeah, that's cool. And you tell me about, you got your Discord community. Like, what's it like interacting with them? Like, for those who maybe aren't into the NFT space or Web3 or Discord or any of those things yet, like, NARDEAN's one of the leading artists in Australia doing it. And it's actually out there innovating and creating opportunities. Tell us what that community is like.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
I love it. It feels like in that Discord, I've only had it for like a week or 2 weeks, right? And it's really small right now.
Yeah.
But it feels like fam. It feels like it's not just kind of that old celebrity model of like these people that we put on like pulpits and worship and idolize, you know, and who appear perfect and all that stuff we're talking about. It's more like, it's decentralized.
Yeah, facts.
And I can connect and interact and like, I don't need to be as big as Beyonce to live a really good life as an artist, you know, because you can make a community.
Yeah, and that's it. There's so many different levels of artistry, and we were talking about this earlier. It's like you never made it. We were talking about this about like you think when you've got a deal or you get that playlist or whatever, you've made it, but it's just this continual journey and like enjoying new experiences.
Yeah.
And what are some of the upcoming experiences you're looking forward to enjoy?
Upcoming experiences, like. Things locked in the calendar or things that are...
Either.
Dude, like, I want to tour the world.
Yeah, let's go.
Like, give me a stadium.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome. You know, who knows? And then, aside from that, like, I'm just really excited to see what's possible, you know? Like, when I look back 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, before I even knew any of this was possible... to be where I am now. And then and here I am. Now that I know it's possible, like what else can I do?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Have you thought about as well, like, I don't know whether, like family ties and obviously back in Egypt, like going back there and doing some work and...
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm even possibly going this year.
Cool.
I want to spend like a month there and like get Arabic singing lessons and just like work with, because people are rapping out in Egypt. Yeah. And you know what's really fascinating to me as well about like culture, the way culture moves. So my parents migrated here like 40 years ago, right? So they came to Australia 40 years ago, and it's natural for them to want to try and preserve Egyptian culture in our house, right?
Yeah.
But the culture that they're preserving is Egypt from 40 years ago.
So similar for a lot of immigrant
Exactly.
families.
And they don't realize that Egypt's changed, you know? So when I go on when I go on the internet, I see like Arab kids. There's this one guy, I can't remember his last name. I can't remember his name. But he is rapping essentially about the same things that I'm rapping about, but in Arabic. And I was just like, they're feeling the same way, you know? It was mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I think it's such a unique experience for so many of those of us with immigrant backgrounds, but now particularly in hip hop, like it's being this whole new wave is being led by like this third culture diaspora, like, and it's so dope to see everyone bringing elements of their culture into
Totally.
Have you noticed the reception's changed a bit in the last few years? Like you couldn't be a rapper with your background 8 years ago in this shit, 5 years ago in this shit, and now it's like it's a badge of honor.
Yeah, the badge of honor. Yeah, totally.
Have you navigated that? Like, have you? Has it been an interesting change of perspective? Or?
What, suddenly being like let in?
Yeah, let in the door.
Yeah. I just take it in my stride, you know? I'm like, I know I have a place here and I know I belong here. And it's like, for me, I try not to place too much weight on like what other people let me do, or like will they let me in, and of course like I'm human, like definitely I think about that shit, and like there's part of me that wants to be included so bad, right? But again, it like comes back to that thing of excellence speaks the loudest, you know? I try, and that's the thing that I can control.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the thing I try and just like constantly come back to. It's like, cool, you wouldn't let me in? Whatever, I'm here now. Yeah.
And you're gonna let down the door because I'm that good that you're gonna let me in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who are some of the figures, or it can be artists, whatever, that you look to for inspiration or motivation to help sort of guide your journey? Because you're very tapped in spiritually and just like holistically. I'd be keen to learn a bit about that.
Yeah. So this is probably the most hippiest, wokest shit I'll say, you know. But there's this one thing I listen to. So it's called like it's Esther Hicks, right, and Abraham Hicks, right? And they're like, she does these cruises, and people go and ask questions, and like they'll talk, and I don't know what the shit is, but she says that she's like channeling, right? And I'm like, I don't fucking know if that's what you're doing or not. But all I know is that when I listen to it, it makes me feel so good.
Okay, cool.
And it just like, it talks about letting shit in and like turning your boat downstream instead of like constantly pushing up against life. It's stuff about like just letting life in, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that has been so pivotal to what I've been able to do. Yeah.
That's cool. So what should people go check out? Esther Hicks?
Just YouTube search Abraham Hicks.
All right. I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna get on that.
Yeah.
And what's next creative? Like obviously Execution just come out, everyone go run that up 100%. But what can we look forward to in the short term? What can we reveal?
What can we reveal? Oof. Well, look, I've got lots of new music on the way. That's 100 locked in.
I can reveal it, it's dope. I've heard a lot of it.
Yeah, you got the sneak preview. Yeah, and then just more music after that. Yeah. And then probably more music.
After that,
yeah.
Just stay on the journey.
Yeah, and also like NFTs, man. I'm really invested in that space, and I'm curious about how it's going to change the game. Because it undoubtedly will.
That's it.
Yeah.
Currency changing the game. NFTs, $80. That's what happened, NARDEAN. That's what happened. Thank you for your time. I'm so grateful for you to come through the studio. It's been meaning to happen for a minute. Good to have you in Melbourne. Congrats on everything you're doing. And, I'm hyped to see the journey, man.
Thanks so much. It was fucking dope to be here.
NARDEAN, Matthew Craig, $80. Go run up, execute.
Make it quick, I make plans, then I execute. I drip gold, you know that's the mood. I always know what to do, and it does not include you.